How to read the Bible is what? With the Holy Ghost. Get in a right way with God. It's the gift of God and the wisdom of God and a walk with God. Give me that number 7 again. 12:7. One more time.
Numbers chapter 12, verse 7. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house.
Keep going.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth.
Now the Lord will change the order. When he found the what? The right way of man. He did it with who else? Abraham. Cain and Abel. Adam. Elisha. Methuselah. Enoch. It's John, you got the book of Enoch. I'm like, yeah, but it don't matter. Anything I need to know about Enoch, I'm going to be what? Revealed. Amen. And anybody else that's not written. It's going to be revealed to me by the Holy Ghost. If what? If I need it.
Amen.
And if you don't want to study with the Holy Ghost, you get one of them 66 books of the size. You're going to get one of them 66 books of this size and study. And you're going to spend the rest of your life in it too.
Amen.
If you think you're going to know all about God, you're sadly mistaken. You will never know all about God.
Amen.
Even if you thought you could study all 66 books that size, you still ain't got nothing. Because the wisdom of God that the Lord give me, I'm going to come and ask you after that, what the period mean then? What the period mean?
What the period mean?
What's the comma mean? What's in the comma? Not the period of English, what the period means. What the comma mean? If the Lord said, John, when they think they wise, ask them that. You're not going to get it. It's past your understanding.
Amen.
You will never know all of God.
Amen.
Or all about God. I don't care how much you study.
Amen.
You just do what? He said, just say what I say. As you go, just do what I say do, because you're going to fulfill your what? Your portion.
Amen.
And then I'm going to do what? Bring up the next minister. For how many years? 6,000. And you still ain't going to have it all. If you compare all y'all together, you still ain't got nothing. You still at a zero. 1 Corinthians 3:19. How we study the Bible? Get in a right way with God. Cut out the fornication, adultery, stealing, lying, and being spiteful and evil and envy and strife, and cut all that stuff out. Then go read.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
What is foolishness? Read it again.
Verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
That includes your common sense.
Amen.
It includes your common sense. It's foolishness. that you think that you wiser than God.
Right.
The Lord said, if a man creates something to destroy you, he said, I'll turn it back up on his head and let it blow up in his own face. Read that again, please.
Verse 19. For the wisdom of
Which
this,
scripture, which chapter you at?
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
It's foolishness with God. Sometime in the street, we used to use this saying where I seen it on TV one time before. The guy said, you know what happened when you spit in the wind, don't you?
You come back in your
Blow
face.
back in your face. Gonna blow right back in your face. Give me some more of that one.
For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Verse 20. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
All your common sense to God is what? Empty. It's vain. If the Lord wants you to walk through the shadow of death, you covered.
Amen. Bless the Lord.
Who can be against God? A disease? Satan? The devil? Who against God?
Nobody.
Who can box with him?
Nothing.
The coronavirus?
Negative.
The swine flu? The hog maw jaw, whatever his name was. If you cover by God, you cover by God. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Read that again, please.
Verse 20. And again,
And stop right there. And just say it again.
and again,
And again.
and again.
Who can stand against God? No one. Nothing. Trust in the Lord. By his stripes
We are healed.
and walk in it.
Amen.
What we gonna do? I don't know. Give me some more.
Verse 20. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Verse 21. Therefore, let no man glory in men.
So you thought that your decision of how you thought you was going to get by the coronavirus was wise. So you thought so.
His story.
It's his story. It was his story. Now you found out the other story. And the other story will be what I've been telling you the whole time.
Amen.
It's a purging to see who you are and whose you are.
Right.
The Lord said you're going to be what? Found out. If you can walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no
Fear
evil.
no evil. Wow.
Keep going.
Verse 21. Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours.
How many things?
All things.
Even the covering.
All things.
The same covering he put on Job is on you through the cross.
Amen.
Through the cross. And the Lord looking for the same people that he said when he went, sent Gideon down to that water, he's going to try your whole army. And he ended with how many left?
300.
300. Only 300 left. That trust God. And then even with them, he ain't let them do nothing. He said, just because you trust me, now the battle is not yours.
Right? It's the Lord.
This battle's not yours, man. Y'all will just watch. I'm gonna see the rest of the whole. They gonna get to watch this movie. They missed it. They missed it. They gonna be just like the version we're about to get down on. They missed the whole show. If I'm walking with Elijah, he tell me stay here. I ain't staying. I'm gonna see everything going on. I'm not gonna miss this. If there's some power that God is using in somebody I want to see it.
Amen.
I'm not going in the house. If something happens, I need to see. I'm going right where the action at. If everybody falling out down, I just want to see it happening. And then like, well, John, why you fail? I don't know, maybe the cross. Might be coming of the cross.
Amen.
I'm watching the movie. I'm trying to drag you back over there.
Amen.
Under the blood. So the death angel do what? Pass over you.
Amen.
Now he's scared to touch you. The death angel scared to touch you. The coronavirus scared to touch you. They shaking more than you shaking. They say, man, what God will do if I jump on them? He's scared to death. So he go to one with the mask on.
Right. I'm telling you, everywhere I went yesterday to get my items, people was walking around with masks.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, just a mask.
Even though they have heard time and time again that the people have imputed cancer, HIV, high blood pressure, whatever a person was sick with, they added it to the coronavirus cases. The numbers is probably not even a fourth of what they actually saying. Now the people are so much in fear, they can't even get a regular yearly sickness. Your regular sickness that you used to get every year, now you scared of that now. You can't even get sick now, you're in fear. You get sick now, you're scared to death. Why? Because they can't read their Bible.
It's funny, I sneeze at work and they bring out the Lysol.
Exactly. For anything now.
For anything.
They people scared to death now. So I can imagine when the Antichrist come, we're in big trouble.
You're in big trouble.
If you move it just that easy for that, when he come and set up his kingdom, everything he's saying, you going right. Look, John, follow the law. I'm following right now, whatever the law, I'm following right with the law. I'm like, yeah, as long as it don't supersede the law of God. As long as it don't make my fear against God. There's nothing wrong with putting a mask on or a napkin or something, but don't let it be in fear, though. Rightly divide the situations. Because one day it might be some what? Nuclear war. And then it coming all in your house. With your mask. What you gonna do then? God cover me. That's what you gonna say. What I'm trying to get you to do now. So you can walk on through all of it with your hands in your pockets.
Knowing that you covered.
Knowing you covered.
Trusting.
Crucifying Christ again, afresh. Give me some more.
Verse 22. Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or things present or things to come, all are yours.
Give me 11.
Verse 11.
Yes.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 11.
Verse 11.
For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid.
It's already laid.
Amen.
The foundations are already laid.
Amen.
All thing you need to do is get in a right way with God so you can read it and then apply it.
Amen.
If not, we're going to verse 12.
Oh my goodness.
let me finish verse 11. Verse 11 says, for other foundations can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble. Verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
It shall be revealed. Every man's work. Whether it be what? Good or bad. It's going to be found out. We're going to know this person, what? We're going to know who you are.
Amen.
And this ain't over. Eventually, it might be better, a church for 15,000, he might be better with 300. 300 in Christ. Turn down the walls. They all run outside and lay on hands. Nobody in fear. 300. And sometimes it might be just what? 3. Give me one more.
Verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Verse 14. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
He's going to receive a reward.
Amen.
For what? For standing on Christ. Standing on the word. Walking on the word.
Thank you, God.
Following what you have what? Learned.
Amen.
And who taught it to you? Your teachers, the professor at school, who taught it to you? The Holy Ghost. Lord, how to read the Bible is not by might. It's not by power. It's not by the workers of man's hand, but by my spirit, says the Lord.
Amen.
And the Lord constantly always asking me, John, what part of this they don't understand? Huh? Give me one more that's in me there here on good with us today.
Verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Get rid of your unrighteous lifestyle. If you want to read the Bible, get in a what? A right way with God. Take your free will and use it for what?
Life.
And not,
Death.
and don't come up here talking about some common sense. Because it's going to be what? Foolishness.
Make faith, not sense.
Them two don't agree. I had somebody the other day keep saying the same thing every time I go through. Well, John, obey the law, obey the law. The law said this, the law said that. And people come out, well, our church closed because the law said, the law ain't said nothing about you closing up your church. Ain't there a law, I ain't seen it. It said 10. Ain't they told you close your church. I was in the store the other day, walked by an old man. I said, man, how you been doing? He said, I said, what's going on with the church? He said, they didn't want to go to church no way. He said, they didn't want to go to church. They used it for not going to church. They didn't want to go no way. Even some of the pastors, they didn't want to go either. They're tired of dealing with y'all. They were glad they had to come on and vibe. I'm like, Lord, these people, they ain't glad they had to come on and vibe. They wanted to see you every Sunday. Even though you the sheep, they don't want to see you. I'm tired of dealing with you every week. I need a break. The coronavirus gave me a break, so some people say they found joy in this break. I said, Lord, I ain't got to go to church. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. I ain't got to go to church. Lord, have mercy. I'm like, no, Pastor, not you said you don't want to go. Do it. Man, those folks will weigh your tail out.
That's too funny. Oh, wow.
Give me one more anyway, though. So we started with 19. We don't went backwards on this thing.
Mm-hmm. Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Who gonna destroy them?
God.
You're gonna be up out of here. All those naked and afraid, not afraid, they saying, sleeping with animals, with your what? With your temple, with your body. When ratchet dog ran the car, ain't nobody know what's going on. Pastors laying with children. Read that again.
Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Yeah, and then you said you want to murder children. Now you're trying to get a law passed in the United States for to do what? You want to murder children now. That's why you can't read and you can't understand what I'm saying. Because your temple is what?
Corrupted.
Defiled. And then the women, they advocate, they want to legalize prostitution. Oh, I ain't got to that time. You could come up one day. Give me one more.
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
Which one is it? It's holy.
Verse 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
Including your common sense. It's foolishness. Use your common sense for what? Carnal things. Not spiritual things. Not the things concerning God. You use what were these? Wisdom. Somebody said, John, we still need to use common sense. I said, yeah, my common sense told me to get my wisdom out.
Amen.
My common sense told me to trust God. That's what my common sense did. Carnal took me to spiritual.
Amen.
That's what my common sense did. My common sense told me to get back in those words. And follow Christ. Well, all sickness is what? Healed through his stripes. First Corinthians 1:25.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. Verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
Who we talking about? All the wise. It could be all the professors. It could be all the rich men. God looking for what? The weak that trust him.
Amen.
He ain't looking for you that think you read the 15 books at the seminary school. He don't need that. He impute wisdom in man. He put it in you with a clean temple. And some you might not have to read none of it. Most of the stuff when he was telling me to do, I had to go back and find it out after reading, after I was told to do it. Because he put it in me. One more.
Verse 27. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Yeah, everything that you think is foolishness because it don't fit what? Your program or your standards or your basket of fruit or your level of education or your job status. You think it's not of God. Read it again.
Verse 27. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Amen. And keep going.
Verse 28. And base things of the world, and things which are despised, have God chosen. Yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Amen. It's a gift from God.
Amen.
And this is where I found myself at. Being what? Unacceptable by men. Being unacceptable by people. I remember when I was going through my Job syndrome. When I lost everything I had. And some of my friends was glad. I said, I lost everything I had. I'm like, I'm used to songs now. I lost everything I had. Some of my friends was glad.
Amen. Tell you the truth.
They weren't your friends.
I remember I was on the street one day and, I was still dressing nice and stuff like that, when I was, having businesses and stuff. And I was walking down the street and this lady came and she was like, wow, I like him. And another lady said, don't talk to him. He ain't got nothing. I heard what she said. She was like, don't talk to him, he ain't got nothing. Unless you want to ride me on that Plymouth Voyager. She was like, he ain't got nothing but a Plymouth Voyager.
That's it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But they look at you from your what? Your outward appearance. And they judge you based on what? Your things that you have. I even talked to some ladies. I was trying to get women to find their husband. And I was giving them who do you want? And a lot of them was like, well, I want me a Boaz. And I'm like, yeah, but where's Ruth? I'm like, where Ruth at? Is you Ruth? You ain't Ruth. But you want a Boaz. You didn't know no Ruth. You got a long way to go. Somebody, you want a Boaz. But when they were saying they wanted somebody with money and things of that nature, right? And I'm like, I said, okay. Would you talk to Joe? They were like, nah, I don't want Joe. He was lost everything he had. His children, his houses, his possessions. I said, yeah, but you said you wanted a Boaz. You said you wanted a man of God. A man of God might not treasure the things of the world. Because he after what?
God.
The things of God. So he might not be looking at, the things that you might have a desire for. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 6 real quick. So I'm saying, well, if you want a Boaz, then you need to considering taking somebody like Job. But they was like, nah, I don't want nobody like Job. I'm like, well, then how you think you're going to get a Boaz? Because all the men of God is going through something.
Right. Amen.
Now, maybe you might want Job after he come out. But that might not be for you because you got the wrong motive.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying to them, even though you say you want a man of God, what you're saying is you don't want one, actually. Because if you find one, he might end up giving away the what? The things of the world. You might actually give that stuff away. Now, you don't want that mess. My man's on what?
Christ.
The heavenly things. You worry about what kind of car and house, all that stuff. I mean, the Lord still gonna give it to you for what? Your faithfulness. Sometimes the Lord's going to give you the house of your desires of your heart. Let me look at those real quick. We're going to come back home with that right there. We can go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6 real quick if we can. I think that's what I want, what I'm looking for. Because the women and men of God, minds are not going to be on the things of the world, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 6, we're at 6. Let's look at that real quick.
1 Corinthians chapter 6.
Yeah, give me 5.
1 Corinthians chapter 6.
No, 1 Corinthians chapter 5.
1 Corinthians chapter 5.
Give me verse 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 5 and 9. I wrote unto you in an epistle not to company with fornicators, yet not altogether with the fornicators of this world, or with the covetous, or extortioners, or with idolaters, for then must ye needs go out of the world.
Jump to chapter 7, verse 31.
1 Corinthians chapter 7.
7:31. 1 Corinthians 7:31. That's what I want.
1 Corinthians 7 and 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord.
The unmarried do what? They care for the things of God. So if you talk about you want a man of God, that means he is what? Unmarried. And he's cares for what?
The things of the Lord.
The things of the Lord. He ain't think about the worldly things. But a lot of people say they wanted Boaz because he had what? The cash. He had the money. So I don't really know if you're looking for a man of God or if you're looking for a worldly man with money. And you're trying to put it on God.
Right.
You actually just say you're looking for somebody with money. Just say that and leave it straight.
Right.
Not somebody you're looking for a man of God or a Boaz. No, you're looking for somebody with some money. That's what you're looking for.
Everybody remember we just talked on Friday about the man with all the riches and he's not happy.
Exactly. And they're going to break up. I see people all the time talking about, well, I'm equally yoked. We equally yoked. I said, why y'all equally yoked? Well, we work at the same job. We both make $50,000 a year. I'm like, that's not no equally yoked. That's just bill-paying partners. That's all it is. A bill-paying partner. That's it. You pay bills together. What was that?
1 Corinthians 7 31.
Before that.
1 Corinthians 1 and 25.
5. So, okay, 1 Corinthians 1:25. Back there to where we left off at.
Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
These folks are not called of God. They're not called. Keep going.
But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things are of the world, and things which are despised have God chosen.
Right.
Yea, all things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Right.
That no flesh should glory in his presence. Verse 30. But of him are ye in Christ Jesus, whom of God is made unto us wisdom and
He made unto us what?
Wisdom.
Education from high school.
Wisdom.
Okay, keep going.
And righteousness and sanctification and redemption.
Okay.
Verse 31. That according as it is written, that he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord.
You want to be glorious something?
Glory in the Lord.
I'll be the dumbest man on the planet. I'm like, nah, if it was up to me, I wouldn't go to elementary school if that was the case. I was forced in there. They said, John, you can't read nothing. They called my mama and said, John, he don't think he could have pee. He had to play all the time. I don't think he could have pee in mouth. He got A in both of them. Everything else questionable. Even though his story. Can't comprehend nothing. Unless it got something to do with play or math.
Oh, man.
That's why I was trying to figure out, well, God, how I'm going to teach the word of God? I don't know that about this stuff. I said, I don't know how to do this. I ain't learned none of this stuff in school. I'm not passing no grades. I went to summer school to get through no classes. They said, yeah, but the weak things of the world. That's what I'm looking for.
Amen.
Because now you're not going to use your what? Your might. You're going to follow the Holy Ghost.
Amen.
And say what I say. Because you don't have no abilities.
Amen. Thank you, God.
You done. I go to summer school every year. I thought I was going to have something like, no, but still, you going to send a letter to the house. Get your parents, or you got to get on the bus, come to summer school. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I said, okay, that's how I'm going to play the whole time anyway. I'm going to play the whole time. I don't care. I don't care about that school stuff. That's why when I drove up, I made so much money because I was math with money. I don't know how it just was just like something just was natural.
Amen.
I just knew how to buy stuff and sell it and just make money.
Amen.
I had more money than my school teachers. Selling candy at school, I was selling left and right. I was selling candy, picking up beer cans and soda bottles people throw on the side of the road. The soda bottle from Tennessee, I was